This is my outdoor essentials kit that I bring with me whenever I go into the backcountry. It has all of the small items that I use on a daily basis and everything that I need to solve problems and get me out of trouble in most situations. I organize the contents into 3 categories: first aid, fire, and utilities and repair. I'll go through all of the contents of the kit and explain why I have them. I've brought versions of this kit with me every time I go into the backcountry over the last 5 years. That includes hiking, backpacking, ski touring, winter camping, peak bagging, hunting. The list goes on and on. These are tested items. I know that I use them and I know that they work. My first aid kit has a variety of medications, mostly painkillers, so ibuprofen and acetaminophen, but also some allergy medication and an anti-diarrheal. Inside of this bag, I have a pretty big mixture of bandages and other items. For bandages, I only pack the larger sizes. So I have a normal type of bandage here, and then these hydrocolloid type of products, and they're really great for large cuts and scrapes and blisters that tend to dry up and crack. There's several brands that make the hydrocolloid bandages. So I have some from Band-Aid, some from 3M. There's some no-name brands also. They're not cheap, but they do work well. Some butterfly sutures. And then there's a variety of sizes of Leukotape and some water treatment pills. These are really important when you're out doing anything where you could get a blister from shoes or boots. Then obviously having another way to purify and treat water is essential. Last in the first aid kit is a tool to remove ticks. So I only had 1 tick this year and I had tick tweezers with me. I'm trying these out just because they're kind of light and tiny and cheap. My fire starting kit is very basic. I have fire plugs by a company called ProCamp Tech and a small Bic lighter. These fire plugs are very good. They're a really tightly packed cotton that's soaked in a wax mixture of some kind. They're great at catching a spark. They burn for a couple of minutes. I have a video that shows these in action. They're really a great product. The utility items are basic, but solve a lot of problems. There's a small Swiss Army knife that has a knife, scissors, nail file, toothpick, and tweezers, a little thermometer. The little thermometer isn't necessary, but it's a lot of fun to have to see what temperature it is. There's 2 8-foot guy lines there, a whistle, a small compass, tiny repair kit by a company called Common Gear, which I think are rebranding. You can get this kit at Gear Trade in Canada or Garage Grown Gear in the United States. It has some thread, some tape. It has a little compartment that has some repair tape for mattresses and other gear. And then it also has a little compartment to keep a needle. Sunscreen, floss, toothbrush, some toothpaste tabs, a little dropper bottle of detergent. Soap is very handy, especially if you need to clean out a cut. Not only are the contents of my kit important, but there's a reason why I've chosen this style of bag to pack everything up. I want it to be a bag with a zipper on top that can hold itself up and stay open. A lot of people use some version of a small stuff sack, but I find those very frustrating to get into, to find things at the bottom. I want a fabric that's waterproof, durable, and has some structure to it. The one that I have now is made by a company called Hartford Gear, and it's made out of X-Pack. X-Pack is very durable. It's very waterproof. It's obviously not completely waterproof. It's not a seam sealed bag, but it's waterproof enough, and it does have a structure to it, and that helps with the bag staying upright and open when I'm using it. I choose a very bright color. My first version was a bright red. This one's a bright yellow. This kit isn't about being tactical or not being seen. It's in my bag all the time, but when I'm using it, I want to be able to find it quickly and not lose it. I want it to be quite big relative to the contents. You'll see a lot of kits that are literally a jigsaw puzzle. Everything has a specific place and it needs to be packed in a very specific way. From my experience, when I'm outside, I want to be able to rummage around in it and find different items. That means that there needs to be some extra space. I always want to make sure that it's a little bit underpacked. I keep 2 pieces of gear in my kit all of the time that don't really fit into one of the 3 categories. The first is my headlamp and the second is my InReach. Both of them live inside of the kit at home. And it means that I can grab the pouch, throw it in a backpack, and that I know that I have my inReach and my headlamp. Once I'm outside, I typically move them into an other part of my bag or my pockets, depending what I'm doing. When I get home, I move my headlamp and inReach back into the kit and I charge them inside the pouch. I just put it next to an outlet, plug them in, and that means that I know that they're ready for the next time that I go out. If I exclude the satellite messenger and headlamp, my outdoor essentials kit weighs under 300 grams and keeps me covered for almost any kind of backcountry adventure. If you want to see the details about all of the gear that I bring on different trips, check out this playlist right here.